Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation on this beautiful winning Wednesday. Y'all, listen, you see the perspiration, right? I was trying to do this video without burning up my gas, running my AC. It's only 74 degrees, but the sun is out and it's making it hot. So I said, you know what, let me not sit here and look like my face is sliding off because it is getting warm. I had the windows cracked, sunroof open, that wasn't working. So if you hear the fan blowing, look, I had to cut the air on because I'm not gonna sit here melting away. Now, before I jump into today's topic, it was brought to my attention that, Michelle, you have not worn anything pink, and this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I said, let me pull out my pen. As you can see, it's right here. I had it down further on my shirt, but you couldn't see it. So I decided to move it up so that way you can see it. And I do support breast cancer awareness, and my heart and my prayers go out to those individuals that are dealing with breast cancer, those that have dealt with it, as well as those that have lost loved ones because of it. So here's my pink. Now, before I give you the topic for today, I also want to say that if you see me looking around, it's because I'm sitting in a parking lot. My dad's in physical therapy, and I figured, you know what, I got 30 minutes left. Let me go out here and get this video done while I'm sitting here. And you know how it is when you sit in your car, even in parking lots, you still want to just pay attention to your surroundings. And other than that, y'all, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. It is my plum-pleasing pleasure to have you here. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the bell. Don't forget to share this video with someone that you think can benefit from this content that I'm going to be sharing with you today, and save it for yourself for later. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. You know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Now let's dive right on in. So today's topic is dealing with people who don't believe in your dream or your dreams. So just know when I say dream, I'm talking about dreams as well, because I know we all have more than one dream. So have you ever shared your dream with someone and they looked at you like you were crazy? And we all have. Okay, let's just be honest. We all have experienced that when we shared a goal or dream with somebody and they looked at you like you had lost your natural mind. Well, let's talk about what to do when people don't believe in your dreams and how to keep believing, and even when nobody else does. And that is the key. That is the key right there. You've got to continue to believe even when nobody else believes. So, number one, understand that everyone won't see your vision. Y'all, that is so important. I think we get upset when we share our dreams with the people that we care about the most, and they have something negative to say, or they're just not supportive. And it's not because, well, let me not say that. I was going to say, it's not because they don't want to see you win, because I do believe there are people that feel that way, but they just don't think it's going to work out. And the reason why they don't think it's going to work out is because God did not give them the vision. He gave it to you. He gave it to me. He gave it to us individually. When God gives you a vision, He doesn't give it to your collective circle. He gave it to you. So just keep in mind that if they don't support your vision, it's because they don't see it, and that's because God did not give it to them. Now, on the other hand, you do have some people that don't want to see you succeed, so they're not going to support you anyway. Your vision, like I said, was given to you, not to them. So don't expect them to understand it. Some people can't see your dream because they've limited themselves. Come on, somebody. I need somebody to say ouch with me. Some people cannot see your dreams because they've limited themselves from dreaming big. Why that is, I don't know. It could be that they've never seen anybody personally dream big and accomplish that dream. It could be that they like to err on the side of caution and live in that little box where they know that they're going to be safe, and they don't like to step outside their comfort zone. It could be a number of things. However, just remember that faith is believing in what you can't see, and sometimes that means walking alone. I don't know about you, but I like to think that I have the faith, as the Bible says, the size of a mustard seed. I believe, that's why I believe there's good in people, even when they show me a different side to them. There probably is some good. It's way down in all those layers. But I believe in everything that I put in my mind to do. I believe it. I believe that I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I believe I'm going to be the first billionaire in my family. See, I like to dream big. But you've got to, believing requires faith. If you don't have faith, sweetie, you have nothing. Keep that in mind. Number two, don't take it personally. Their disbelief is a reflection of their mindset, not your potential. Can I say that again? Their disbelief is a reflection of their mindset, not your potential. Just because they don't believe in you does not mean that you are not destined to do great things. Their mindset won't let them think outside of their little inner circle. It's almost like me sitting in my trunk. Some people's minds are such that they only believe in what's right here in my truck. They don't believe anything can happen outside of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the way I want you to think of it, that way. So just know that it has nothing to do with you. It's their mindset, not your potential. People project their fears, not their future. Come on, somebody. How many times have we met somebody that projected their fears off onto you? Well, I'm just saying, I think it's a good idea, but I don't know if this is the right time or you're the right person, because what if it doesn't work? Then you wasted money, you wasted time, you done this, you done that, you done the other. I mean, the list can go on and on. But all they're doing is projecting their fears onto you. And then if you're not careful, you're going to start to let that soak in, and you're going to say, wow, you know what? Maybe they're right. Because I know so-and-so, they went to start a business and it didn't work out for them. That's so-and-so. That's not you. That's not me. That's not us. Stop letting people project their fears off onto you. Let me get back to my notes. Stay kind, but always protect your peace. When people begin to project their fears off on you, stay kind. Don't cuss them out. Don't do it. I know you want to. Don't cuss them out. Don't fuss them out. Don't do like Moses did and raise his staff and basically cuss the crowd. Don't do any of that. Just protect your peace. You can let it go in one ear and right on out the other. You know, because they are your friends, family members, whoever they may be, but just let it go in one ear and out the other. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your process. This is why I'm always telling you guys, stop sharing your goals and your dreams with everybody. I'm not saying you can't share them with people, but they need to be that close-knit inner circle that you have, because everybody's not ready for what it is that you're trying to do. Everybody does not want to see you succeed. Everybody doesn't want to see you win. And so you've got to be careful about who you share your goals and your dreams with. I am very picky. It's just like my idea for doing my journals. When it initially was dropped into my spirit to do it, I only shared it with one person. And that's why I have two besties, okay? A male and a female. But my male best friend, because we always talk about, you know, ideas and things like that, but he was the only person that I shared it with. But it was only after the idea was dropped into my spirit and I prayed about it and I began to work on my journals that I shared it with him. And he's always encouraging. Doesn't matter how ridiculous the idea is, he's always encouraging. I mean, he may clown, but he's always encouraging. And so I appreciate that. Just like when he shares his idea with me and he's getting his photography business started up, I'm always encouraging. I've said this before. I'm going to say this and I'll move on. But I've said this before. When somebody shares an idea or a dream with me, and I may think, Lord, what in the world? Who in the, you know what, would ever want that service or even need that service? Now, I don't say this, but when you first hear it, your mind is thinking that, right? But even still, I'm always encouraging. And folks have said to me, Michelle, why do you encourage people to do things that are not going to be successful? Why do you encourage people to do things that are just dumb? Well, my response is, who says it's dumb? I mean, I think it's a bit odd for me, but who says it's done? I don't know if God didn't speak that thing to that person. And if they believe that whatever it is they want to do is going to be successful, who am I to discourage them? Now, I will say, permit me, if you will, to, you know, give you some things to think about. I will do that, but it's always positive. It's always upbeat. That's just like if somebody said they wanted to start a skincare business or beauty line doing soaps and body oils and body scrubs. Yes, there are a ton of businesses that are already doing that, small businesses. Just go to Etsy. There are a ton of them. But I would never discourage anybody from doing it. Why? Because there's always room for you to start your business and put your stamp on what you do. Number 3, let their doubt fuel you. Use it as motivation. Turn their rejection into redirection. I'm going to say that again. Turn their rejection into redirection. And remember, every no, or, and I'm air quoting, every no or every that won't work can push you closer to your this is working movement. Okay? One thing's for certain, two things for sure about me. If you're negative, I'm more determined. That's the fuel that I need to keep pushing forward. Your negativity causes me to become determined to make that thing work. All because your negativity is trying to hinder me from being successful. I use that as fuel, honey. I don't let that bring me down. Number 4, surround yourself with believers. Find your faith tribe. They are the people who pray with you, push you, and see your potential. I've talked about this before too. You've got to have that faith tribe. Now you might be thinking, well, Michelle, none of my friends go to church. Well, they don't necessarily have to go to church, but you've got to have a tribe of people around you that have faith. They know that God can do anything but fail. They know that you can be successful if only you believe. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's when I say find your faith tribe. I'm talking about those people that think the way you think. And they're the people that will pray with you. Lord knows that I will pray with you, pray for you, pray over you, around you, under you. I'm going to pray with you. That's what you need for me to do. But I'm also going to push you. And I'm always going to see your potential. I told you as I started this video, I love to see the good in people. Even when what they're showing me says otherwise. Because there's good in everybody. And so this also aligns with what I said about having a strong core of people. And I'll tell you this, I do offer a service as an accountability coach. And I do have had clients, I don't have any currently, but I've had clients who, you're right, they paid me to hold them accountable. Because otherwise, that thing that they said they were going to do was never going to get done. And so when you're paying someone, and we meet every week, I encourage, I offer ideas and information and resources, all that good stuff. But if you say, before we end our session, okay, tell me what you're going to work on this week, I'm writing it down. So when we meet the following week, we're going through that list. Okay, you said you were going to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and we go down that list. Did you get this done? Did you get that done? If you say, yeah, great. How did it work out for you? You know, what are some things that you could have done differently? Or what are some things that you could have done that would have made that process a little easier? If you say no, then we have a problem, because I'm asking questions. Okay, well, how come you didn't get that done? And one of the things that it bothers me is when people say, I didn't have the time. Yeah, you did. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. So you have the time. What it is you did not prepare to make good use of your time. That's why you ran out of time. So think about getting an accountability coach. Sometimes you have to create the circle that supports your dreams. Now, if you don't have a faith tribe, if you don't have a strong inner circle, then there are going to be times where you're going to have to create that circle. What does that look like, Michelle? Well, it looks like finding like-minded people. I know at my church, the historic Metropolitan Baptist Church, we have an entrepreneur ministry that Tim and myself started a couple of years back, probably about 8 years now. And so we just have a group of entrepreneurs and that are part of that ministry, and we meet bi-monthly, sometimes quarterly, just depends on what's going on. And we encourage one another. You know, we open our meetings up by talking about what we're working on, how business is going. People can ask questions. What can I do more of? What should I be doing less of? But you have to find that circle that's going to help you get to the next level if you don't already have it. And then remember, energy is contagious. So choose people who feed your faith, come on now, and not your fears. You know, it's easy for us to find people that will fuel our fears. But you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are fueling your faith. Not you're up here and they're down here because they don't believe in your goal and or your dream. Number 5, stay rooted in God and your purpose. This actually should have been number 1. So when you're anchored in your why, disbelief doesn't shake you. Come on now, let me say that again. When you're anchored in your why, when you know why you're doing what you're doing, other people's disbelief, it can't shake you because you are too rooted into your why. God often hides your dream from others to protect it until it's ready. Remember I told you about starting the journals and I didn't tell a lot of people? And folks were like, oh wow, you didn't tell me you would think about, no, because it wasn't time. God had me hiding that because he needed to protect that until I got it out there. Not that anybody would have said, Michelle, that's not a good idea, because yes, you can go to Amazon and there are tons of self-guided journals. There's tons of devotions, but the one that you create, nobody has the one that you did. Okay. God often, like I said, he oftentimes hides your dreams. If you go and when you get a chance, read the book of Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. That's a powerful word right there. We can have the benediction going home, to be honest with you. Let me say it again. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. I'm going to let that marinate in your spirit a little bit, but make sure you read that. Number 6, prove it by producing. Don't argue, execute. When you decide to share that goal, that idea, that dream, or whatever you want to call it with somebody, and they try to shoot it down, don't argue with them. Don't argue that God told you this was the right time to do this, that, or the third. Just execute. See, I'm of the belief that I can show you better than I can tell you. And as I've been on this earth a while now, not long, but I've been on here a while now. And so I have learned that you cannot argue with people. You cannot argue with ignorance. You cannot argue with stupidity. You cannot argue with people that have no faith. And you certainly cannot argue with people that aren't even doing half of what you're doing or trying to accomplish, okay? So don't do it. Just execute it. You don't have to argue about anything. Let them have their opinion. Opinions are like, you know what? We all have them. Let your consistency and results silence the critics. Again, there are going to be people in your ear telling you, look, that's not going to work. There's too many people doing this already. It's oversaturated, and probably a host of other things. But you've got to be consistent. And when you're consistent, your results are going to show. And then people are going to sit back and go, wow, I didn't think that was going to work. Yeah, you didn't. That's because you and your stinking thinking can't bother me, because I know what my why is. I know why I do what I do. I know why I do car conversations with motivational content 3 times a week. I know why I do motivational moments twice a week on TikTok and here on YouTube Shorts, as well as on Instagram. I know why. My goal is to continue to build my brand, but also to motivate, encourage, and inspire other people. That's my why. Now, some people may say, well, Michelle, your channel isn't monetized, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. God has blessed me with a job. I do what I do because I believe that this is what God would have me to do. Guess what? That will come. What I do know is that when you do things decent and in order, that ultimate goal you're trying to get to, it's going to come. But God says, I've got to know that I can trust you in the little bit before I give you more. Y'all, let me move on back to my notes. You don't have to convince them. You just have to keep showing up. Remember, we're not arguing with people. You don't have to convince people. You don't have to get people to be on your side and believe nothing that comes out of your mouth. All you've got to do is keep showing up. You keep showing up, and the rest will take care of itself. Now, here is your closing. This is what I want to leave you with. Keep watering your dreams even when nobody claps for you. Can I say that again? Keep watering your dreams even when nobody claps for you. There are going to be times when you're going to do great things and there's going to be nobody there to clap for you. I want to encourage you to, guess what? Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Clap for your diligence. Clap for your hanging in there when everybody else gave up on you. There are going to be times that nobody's going to be there to clap for you, so you've got to learn to clap for yourself. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why oh, there we go. Got a little more air coming out. So I'm starting to sweat again. And commit. So here's your homework assignment. I want you to commit to one dream that you are going to focus on for the rest of the year, and I want you to stick to it. Now, I know you're saying, but Michelle, I got a lot of things I'm working on. I understand that, but I want you to commit to one thing that you are going to focus on, and you are going to stay consistent from now through the end of the year. You're not going to give up. You're not going to explain yourself. You're just going to prove that what God put into your spirit is what he had for you to do, and that it can be successful. That's it. I just want you to find one thing, y'all. And here's a takeaway, your motivational quote. They don't have to believe in you. God already does. And that's enough. Can I say that again? They don't have to, whoever the they is, they don't have to believe in you, because God already believes in you, and that's enough. That's all you need. You don't need me to believe in you. You don't need Big Mom and them to believe in you. You don't need your cousins and them. You don't need your neighbors, your besties, your good girlfriends, your guy friends. You don't need your co-workers. You don't even need your haters to believe in you. God believes in you. And that's all you really need. So, having said that, you guys, that is it. I have about 10 more minutes, and then my dad should be calling me to let me know he's ready, and I'm going to walk up and we walk down together, just because, you know, like I said, his therapy is going great, and he's got a lot more movement in his right knee. He was trying to keep it stiff because it was sore. See, because he didn't listen. He was supposed to have gotten that knee replaced a couple of years ago, but he was determined. He didn't want to do it, and that's fine. He's grown, can't make him. But because of the pain, I noticed when he was walking, he was trying to walk with a straight leg. And that's when I finally asked, I said, Dad, what's going on with your knee? Nothing. I said, yes, it is. Because I noticed how he would wince when he'd have to step down on it. But God is so good. He's been going to physical therapy now for about a month. And he's gotten so much better with getting in and out of the car. Because he used to get in and he would back in like this, so he wouldn't have to bend the knee, and he could keep it straight as possible and only bend it at the last second to get it in the car. And now he's in and out. Matter of fact, I had a parking space a few spots down, and we walked into the building. So when I came out, this spot right here was open, because I'm always trying to get a handicap spot so we don't have to walk too far. And yes, I do have my handicap placard that was issued to me, but that's a whole nother story. And so this handicap spot was open, so I zoomed on over here and started doing my video. But I am so proud of my dad. He's come a long way. So he goes to physical therapy Monday and Wednesdays. In between, you know, he puts some heat on it just for a little bit, maybe 5-10 minutes, and ice it when he needs to, and just mostly just continue to move, because when I get it, it hurts and you don't want to move any more than you have to. But the problem is, it was making it even worse for him. So he is just doing so much better, because my dad still does for himself. You know, he drives, all that good stuff. But you know, when you have aging parents, you do want to make sure that they're doing the things that they're supposed to do, because they can sometimes want to rebel, and you have to put your foot down and say, nope, this is what we're doing. So anyway, I just shared that with you all because I'm just so thankful to have my mom and dad still here with me. And it's a blessing to have that. And I know so many that don't. And so my sister, my brother, and I, we do everything we can. We will bend over backwards and inside out to make sure they are always taken care of. Now that I've given you all my life story, I'm going to bid you all good day, because like I said, I have 10 minutes. And I'm going to sit here, upload this video, and just think about life, y'all. When I tell you, life is so amazing. It just really is. And also, make sure, like I said, you all get your journals. Please, please, please. Those of you that already have gotten yours, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just cannot thank you enough. But the rest of you, I need you to get yours. I do have 6 total holiday journals. Some of them are memory journals. Others are guided journals. And so make sure you get your copies, okay? They're all listed in the link below, so you'll be able to tell which ones they are. But if you follow me on other platforms, I did use Canva to do a collage of the ones for the fall / Thanksgiving and the ones for Christmas. So make sure you all get yours, and just know that I'm using the rest of this month to perfect my body oils, body butters, and sugar scrubs, and they will be ready to go next month. Because what I want to do is offer the journal and the scrubs, the oil, and the butter as a gift set. I know the holidays are coming, and they would make great gifts for the people that you love and care about, because who does not like a good journal and some body products? Now, men, I have to come for y'all next year. This is not going to work for me this year, but I am working on a line of beard oils for men with facial hair, so I'm excited about that. And also body oils. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that. Y'all, God is doing great things. He's doing big things in us. This is why today's topic is so important, because I don't want you to give up on yourself. You might be thinking, yeah, but it's taking too long, and this isn't working, and that's not working. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing forward, because your payoff will happen. But if you give up, it won't. That's it, you guys. I love you all to the moon and back, and there's nothing that you can ever do to change it. Matter of fact, I love you too much to let you stay the way you are. This is why I pour into you every week, because I know that the best is yet to come, and the best is in you. I'm just trying to bring it out, okay? Now, having said all of that, go out there, enjoy the rest of this day. No matter where you go or what you do, enjoy it, have fun, but just be safe. And as always, I'm asking that you keep me in your prayers, as I am always praying for you, and watch God change things. Love you all. We'll talk again on Friday.